In this episode, we unbox the latest release from Theory 11, the Navigators Playing Cards, and give you a chance to win one for yourself. Also, we announced the 3 lucky winners of the Art of Play mystery decks. All that coming up next. This episode marks the 6th time I've reviewed decks by Theory 11 on this channel. And if you've watched any of those reviews, you know I don't exactly pull punches when it comes to them. Theory 11 continues to be, arguably, the preeminent player in the world of premium playing cards. There's that recent distribution deal they had through American retailer Target and their ongoing relationship with Barnes & Noble. Both of those almost assuredly makes them the top selling consumer brand outside of course, Bicycle and all their decks. Most of the Theory 11 decks are actually printed by Bicycle by the USPCC. That puts them in an enviable and precarious position of setting the bar, which at least in my opinion they've struggled to actualize. We'll almost assuredly go over the reasons why in detail as we thumb through this new offering, the Navigators, because if Theory 11 is one thing, it's stubbornly consistent. Welcome back, I'm TheGentlemanWake, and this is the go-to channel for cardists, collectors, magicians, and players. If you are new here, well then welcome to you too. We hope the quality of this episode and the value you derive from it will compel you to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you'll be alerted every time a new TGW video goes up. Make sure to stick through to the end because one of the things I enjoy most around here is getting you guys involved in the action. I'll be giving away a deck of Navigators to one lucky winner. Details for that a little later. For now, shall we begin? After teasing the deck for 10 days or so on Theory 11's social media accounts, the Navigators were released to the public via Theory11.com on New Year's Eve 2018. The deck comes packaged in an attractive matte white cardstock tug case featuring gold foil and raised embossing throughout the design. The front of the box features picture frame style linework in gold and the image of a compass complete with black compass needle floating above the deck name. The sides read Navigators and the bottom has the traditional Theory 11 ad copy. The back is an almost one-to-one representation of the back design of the cards, more on the very minor differences in a bit. The main feature is of course the traditional ship's wheel, most commonly associated with the wooden vessels constructed between the 1400s and 1900s. The tuck flap is held in place by a black and gold foil seal. Maybe I've been spoiled by the beauty and intricacy of past Theory 11 tuck boxes. I mean, the Hudson deck was pretty great. The Citizens deck has an amazing box. The High Victorian deck is probably the pinnacle of mass-produced tuck boxes. So much so I placed it on a top 10 list where it was really the only non-custom limited box of the bunch. So I guess I was a little bit underwhelmed when I finally got the Navigators box in my hand. I mean, it's a pleasing design and everything, but it just feels a little bit plain and uninspired. I guess it doesn't help that it's a white box too. In the end, it's kind of a bad omen for what's to come. I mean, typically the tuck box is the best part of Theory 11 decks. Opening the seal reveals a printed gold foil pattern repeating along the majority of the box interior. The Theory 11 motto Circa Trova makes an appearance all the way at the bottom of the inside of the box. It's hard to see with the naked eye, let alone through the camera lens. The tuck flap is a little bit more ornate and the small tuck flaps feature an Eye of Providence on each side. As far as the cards go, my fears are confirmed. The boring, primarily white back design on the tuck is translated here, and even more boring, if you can believe it, after removing the black ring found on the box. Additionally, the gold metallic ink is a bit lifeless and low contrast against the white in a way that the gold foil on the box avoided. It's really a shame, especially since the deck itself is probably just like every other Theory 11 deck in recent memory. I mean, really? Another release with bog standard bicycle faces? God, I'm just so sick and tired of every Theory 11 deck having the same pips, the same indices, the same court cards. It's just what the f.
Hi guys, it's Lady Wake. It's great to be back here again despite the unfortunate incident, but don't worry, Gentleman Wake, he'll be back soon. He's just a little in shock right now, but unfortunately, okay, he won't be back to finish this review. But he did muster up whatever strength he had left to jot down a few ideas, so I'll do my best to relay them to you, okay? So here's what he had to say. In a shocking turn of expectations, the Navigator deck includes completely custom faces. Even pip placement is unique and non-standard. The Ace of Spades includes a large spade pip with gold metallic accents and the image of a whale's tail breaching the black waters of an ocean. The full moon hangs low and large behind the whale in a field of stars. Additionally, the other 3 aces include gold circle seal-style ornamentation around the center pip. The courts are completely unique as well, borderless images depicting various figures of seemingly different origins, time periods, and even some mythological inspiration. Oddly, some aren't even in keeping with the navigational theme. For instance, all of the queens feel like they've been ripped out of the pages of Homer and Greek antiquity. The Queen of Diamonds reminds me of the warrior goddess Athena. The most modern of which, the Queen of Hearts, peeks out across the unseen waters as she leans on a relatively common ship's anchor. The Jacks too feature strange anachronisms toward one another. The Jack of Diamonds has a 19th century telescope, but the Jack of Clubs is dressed like a Greek warrior. All 4 kings could represent different periods as well, with the King of Clubs presenting Venetian vibes and the King of Spades most recently depicting a colonial-era ship's captain peering through a looking glass. The deck also includes 2 identical jokers featuring the image of a wooden barrel with a fishtail emerging from it holding up a bottle, presumably of ale or whiskey. Finally, there's a deck-specific Theory 11 ad card and another unexpected inclusion, a double backer. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm definitely feeling better.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Right. Okay. Well, needless to say, this deck has a few surprises, and I really got to give credit where credit is due. Still, despite the welcome changes, the custom faces, the inclusion of a double backer, I do think the deck is still kind of boring. For a deck that's entitled Navigators, there was real clear opportunities to include some elements that really fit the seafaring motif a little better. At least color, right? Deep blue or a seafoam green. Who doesn't love a little seafoam? The deck was printed by the USPCC and of course handles as you would expect. The deck is traditionally cut, air cushion finish on crushed stock. Fans, springs, and dribbles feel great. Cardistry is certainly easy enough to perform, but again, the low contrast backs don't really do much to show off any moves. In the end, it's an okay deck, more for Theory 11 completionists than anyone else. The Navigators deck is still available on Theory11.com, and for a great price, $9.99 for a premium deck is a pretty good deal. The same is true actually of all Theory 11 decks, and honestly I'd recommend buying a artisan deck or a citizen's deck before you get one of these, even though those are bicycle standard, ironically enough. There's another way for you to get involved and get one for yourself that doesn't involve spending money. In fact, for a chance to win a Navigators deck from me, do the following. Like this video, be a subscriber to this channel, and in a comment below tell me what hobbies or interests you have outside of playing cards. I want to get to know you guys a little bit better. Congrats to Katari66, LK Overwatch fan, and Cheryl Cardistry, winners of the Art of Play mystery decks. Contact me via Instagram to claim your prizes. Thanks to all of my awesome Patreon producers, and thanks to you for watching. A warm thank you to my beautiful wife as well for her willingness to step up to the task in my brief absence. If you didn't know, she's done some more reviews on this channel. You can watch them here. And she's actually got a channel of her own where we put on some more sketch comedy. Check it out if you haven't already. Be sure to click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video. I've been the Gentleman Wake. See you next time. Ow.